Hello my friends, so today we're gonna talk about the boy's axe. So what's a boy's axe? A boy's axe is between a hatchet and a full-size felling axe. So the head weight usually is between 1 3/4 and 2 3/4 pounds. So you got the weight in grams there. It's got a handle between usually 24 and 28 inches. So same, you got that in centimeter there. Okay, so here we got 4 axes. This one is a Hults Bruks. It's got a 2 1/4 head. This one is Gransfors Bruks. It's a wilderness axe. It's got about 2-pound head. This one is the Gransfors Bruks Scandinavian forest axe. It's got a 1 3/4 head, so it's pretty light. This one is a Elwell, made in England, and it's 2 3/4 head. So here we got a pretty light boy's axe with 1 3/4, and this one is pretty heavy with 2 3/4. This one with 2 1/4, 1 kilogram head is usually what you found around as a boy's axe. So we're gonna take this one as an example to show the size comparison now. So this one is a vintage Hults Bruks, made in Sweden. As you can see, it's got a 2 1/4 pound head, which is exactly 1 kilogram. This one's got a handle about 25 inches. It's really nice axe I found in Australia, and I brought it back with me. So here's the Hults Bruks next to a Hatchet. Gransfors Bruks wildlife hatchet, 1 1/4 head, something like that, 14 inches. And this is a full-size felling axe, Gransfors Bruks, 4 1/2 pound head, 31 inches. The head weight of the boy's axe is about twice the one of a hatchet, and it's about half the one of a felling axe. So here we got the boy's axe, the hatchet, and in between them you can find the small forest axe from Gransfors Bruks. Basically it's a hatchet head, 1 1/2 pound, with a longer handle, so it's about 20 inches. The small forest axe got way more power chopping than the hatchet, but if you need to step it up again, you can take a boy's axe, and now you can like really split logs and cut trees. No worries with that kind of axes. Another comparison is the cruiser axe. The cruiser axe is basically a double bit boy's axe. Here we got a Gransfors Bruks, vintage one. You can see the logo there. And this one is 2 1/2 pound. So basically just a tad heavier than the Hults Bruks. We will talk about cruiser axe in another video, guys. What's really good with the boy's axe is you got way more power than a hatchet, but still it's lighter than a full-size axe like this one. You will be able to limb trees, to cut trees, any tree less than 20 centimeters, 8 inches. No worries, you're gonna be able to fell that trees with the boy's axe like this. If you need to cut something bigger, I'd go with something like that, but it depends if you can carry it or not. So for bushcraft, don't really need it, I mean, to light a fire and stuff. But if you're gonna have a camp axe, it's really good to go. Same if you go on a canoe trip, you don't have to carry on your back all the time your tools, and you want to be able to process bigger logs, because maybe all the small wood will be gone if people tend to go there, or it's raining a lot and you need to process a lot of woods, or it's in winter and you need to process bigger logs because you want to get heat as well. These stuff are gonna be the way to go, because it's not that heavy, but it's way more powerful than any hatchet. So I would recommend the boy's axe, like these ones, like about 1 kilo to 1 1/4 pound head, for camp stuff. You know, it will be able to do everything you want, splitting, chopping trees and stuff. If you're gonna be carrying the axe a lot, I'll go with this one, like Gransfors Bruks Scandinavian Forest axe. It's crazy good. I mean, I've had videos about this one already. It cuts like crazy. It's still really light. It's 1.2 kilos, so only like 200 grams more than small forest axe. It chops really nice. It's light, so it's very, very good. But it's not as good as the other two as splitting, obviously. So here's the comparison about the wilderness on the right and the Scandinavian forest axe on the left. See how bigger it is? When you put the two axes together, see, it's about the same level there. The wilderness seems smaller, but you can put your hand here, see, almost at the end. This one has got a much bigger knob, so it'll be about here. So it's pretty much the same. So same length, but this one is much heavier. If you're gonna be like felling trees a lot, and maybe you wanna consider like a longer and heavier head, like this LOL 2 3/4 head. So not much of a difference in weight when you think about it. It's only quarters of pound and stuff like that, but it really changes a lot when you're chopping. So this one's gonna be more like almost a felling axe, you know, like limbing and stuff. This one is closer to a hatchet, and these two are in between. What's really good about axes, you can find new ones like this one and this one, but you can also just go on internet or group forums and stuff and buy a used one like this one or this one. They're gonna be like way cheaper, and depending on what you buy, it could be really good quality as well. This log is like some kind of wild cherry tree, so it's pretty hard. Wildlife hatchet, small forest axe, Scandinavian forest axe, Hults, boys axe, Ramiers wilderness axe, and the big one, Gransfors Tasmanian. We're just gonna hit them like 20 times each, and we'll see how it goes. This one you can take with 2 hands, but it's harder. Doesn't go near as deep as the small forest axe. No idea. The log is moving a lot, so it doesn't help. But we're gonna try the big Tasmanian. Okay, so here you got the wildlife hatchet. There you have a small forest axe. You can hold it with two hands. It helps a lot when chopping. See, it does way more than this one because the length of the handle helps a lot. The Scandinavian forest axe now, here, it's 1.2 kilograms, and this one is 1 kilogram, so only 200 grams difference, right? And it's got 4 inches more in length. Look at the difference. That's awesome, right? This is what I love the Scandinavian, because it's really light, and see how much it chops. So this one, I reprofiled it because it was used a lot. As you can see, it's not as deep. It didn't bite as much as the Scandinavian, but it didn't stick as much. So yeah, it will split better, but see the difference. This one is way deeper than there. Then the wilderness axe by Gransfors Bruks, and yeah, I'm really happy with this one too. It's heavier than this one, so you got more power when hitting. So the length of the Scandinavian and the wilderness is pretty much the same. The knob here is not the same shape, but when you got it in the hand, it's pretty much the same length. And as you can see, it's pretty nice too. It splits better. I mean, I've tried it in camp and stuff like that. It splits better than the Scandinavian. And now this one, Gransfors Bruks Tasmanian pattern. Yeah, not even sure. See how big the stuff is. So here you go, guys. The boy's axe. It's in between the hatchet and the felling axe. You can split with it. It's not too heavy to carry. It's really nice. So that's it for today. Chopping with the boy's axe and what it is. I hope you like it, and I see you in another video, guys. Bye.